Welcome back to the channel. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to do a complete installation of an under-counter reverse osmosis system here at our house to take our well water from meh to pristine. And if you want to see how we're getting the well water out of the ground using our off-grid photovoltaic system, you can see that video right here. Okay, let's jump into the kitchen and we'll get started. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to clear off all this counter space. Currently we have a Berkey, which is a gravity-fed charcoal filtration system. Keeps all the minerals in the water but takes out all the nasties you don't want. Great system, no complaints at all. We just want to put it all under the counter. And my wife Maggie really likes reverse osmosis, so she's been using this little countertop version that we originally bought for the RV with a little carafe. This is the exact same type of system. It's just going under the counter so we can use our existing little faucet here to get that clean water. Reverse osmosis completely strips out all the minerals, so this particular alkaline version puts the minerals back into the water. That improves the taste, and it also puts back in essential minerals that your body needs. So your water goes on this little trip through these filters. 1 and 2 are pre-carbon filters, 3 is the reverse osmosis filter, and 4 is the VOC carbon with the pH and mineral boost. This is a really nice kit. They put all of these little plumbing fixtures in here, pretty much everything you'll need, and these are really high quality pieces. Now that spigot we're not going to use because we already have the little double spigot because we love our instant hot water. So we want instant hot water on one side, cold water on the other side, or room temperature water on the other side. And so there's a few little changes to the standard instructions, mostly just in this little spigot part. So we're leaving ours the way it is and you would be putting in a new one. So real quick, this is the instant hot water heater. It goes up to 200 degrees. You can make your matcha, your pour over coffee, or just tea, whatever. It's just great to have hot water on hand at all times. We're gonna be using this same line going up to that spigot, but we need to remove the original InSinkErator filter. It's not reverse osmosis. It's not robust enough for what we want. So we're gonna pull that off and then put the reverse osmosis filters right here on the right-hand side. The water coming from the reverse osmosis will still go into the heater, so it will be purified water on the hot side as well. After removing the InSinkErator filter, I drilled a hole to put this little collar on in the drain pipe. Then we're going to remove the little cap and put some plumber's tape on the tank and put this little inlet on the top. The top has a little bleach cup. You put about a tablespoon of bleach in there once a year to kill any algae and bacteria in the tank. You flush it out really well and you're good to go for another year. Definitely hear that. So this is the water coming in from the well. This has gone through our sediment and our soft water filters downstairs, but it's not really purified for drinking. So here's our unpurified water coming in here. Comes into the back of the machine, goes through the 1 and 2 pre-carbon filters, then through the number 3 reverse osmosis filter, then through the number 4 VOC carbon mineral adder, little alkalinization thing here. Then it goes out here over to the tank here. I just have that connected back here so it doesn't end up coming out this way. Goes into the tank. The tank is now open and this should be filling. Uh-oh, we got a leak. All right, so this wasn't seated in all the way, so I fixed that. It's now dry. I also had this valve closed, so all the pressure was coming in here and having nowhere to go. That may have had something to do with it too, but that really should not have caused it to leak. But when I pushed this, I could feel a positive push in. It's supposed to go in about 3/8 from here back all the way to the top of the valve. You can see where it's flanged right there. So that's got to go all the way in. Then you pull it back out and this little thing tightens around it and you put the blue clip in to lock it in. You can hear it making some noise here. And I can see that the drain, there is water coming into the drain. So a good portion of these systems doesn't ever make it to your tap. Some of it is going to get discard it as wastewater as it purifies it. I used to think that 100% of the water coming in from the source went through the filters into the tank and back up to our faucet, but that's not the case. Much of it goes in, and that's why they have the drain here, so that it can get rid of the wastewater. Same on the little countertop up there. It takes the wastewater and puts it back into the same container that you put the water from your tap, and then you have to empty that and then put fresh water in, and then it cleans the fresh water and then creates wastewater. So everything seems to be working fine. These are our connections here. We did take this off and repurpose it. This is our coming from the inlet into the back of the system here. Goes through the system, out to the tank. Once the tank is full, I'm assuming it comes back through the tank, around and up and out this way. And then whatever doesn't get used, or the wastewater from the filtrations, goes through this drain around to here. But no leaks anywhere. Everything is dry over here. Yeah, so I'm feeling really good about that. So we'll let this fill up, and then we'll drain it a couple of times, and then we'll do a taste test. Okay, so it's been 4 hours, and I've filled this up and drained it twice. It's been over 4 hours, actually. It takes about 2 hours for it to fully fill up the tank, and then about 15 minutes to fully drain it. Then turn it off, let it refill, drain it again. And now look at this clear countertop. So this was the end goal in mind when we started this whole thing, was to have a completely clear counter. It'll never be this uncluttered, I can assure you. But no, I'm really happy with the way this looks and tastes. And I'll give a 1-year review, but for right now, I'm real happy with this purchase. It's good. It's good. This is the Aqua Fizz, and I love this thing because we really like Pellegrino. We like fizzy water. So this comes with these little bottles, and I ordered some extras, but it's got a fill line there and these really nice caps. This is a heavy bottle. It's got some serious weight to it, so it's really nice to hold in your hand. It stays really nice and cold. There's no plug, there's no motor. You just push it down in there, close this, and there's a CO2 filter in there. You push the button, you'll hear it fizzing up, and then you just open it up and voila, you've got Pellegrino. And now you're reusing these bottles, so you're not wasting bottles. I have 6 of these bottles, constantly refilling them, and then, you know, we just take them and put them in this little fridge and keep them cold in there, and then just grab them all the time. It's great. With 106 acres, 3 homes, and miles of roads, there must be 1,000,001 videos I could make. But let's start with your favorite idea. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see if I can get it on the list. All right, thanks for joining. I'll see you on the next one.